As a species, our interest in space has always been growing, and as of recently, we are getting closer to the reality of further space travel and exploring other planets. With this comes a thought about other life out there in the universe. Some scientists have begun the Galileo Project, which hopes to find signs of life in the universe. In today's video, we'll be going over the Galileo Project and the idea that scientists are to search for signs of extraterrestrial technology. You won't want to miss this video. But before we get into the video, do not forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. Now, on the list. First up, what is the Galileo Project? Galileo is a global navigation satellite system, a GNSS, that went live in 2016, created by the European Union through the European Space Agency, ESA, operated by the European Union Agency for the Space Program, EUSPA, headquartered in Prague, Czech Republic, with two ground operation centers in Fucino, Italy, and Oberpfaffenhofen, Germany. The $10 billion Euro project is named after the Italian astronomer Galileo Galilei. One of the aims of Galileo is to provide an independent, high-precision positioning system so European nations do not have to rely on the US GPS or the Russian GLONASS systems, which could be disabled or degraded by their operators at any time. Next up is, so what are their aims? The project aims to find signs of extraterrestrial technology in and around space. They want to find concrete proof that things exist out there. The project is designed to find this proof and show it to the world without any government interference. The government is known for taking over situations like this if they actually find something, as they want to hide it from the general public. With this project, it opens up the idea and the possibility of seeing something to normal people. It's a great thing to hope for. Next up is Oumuamua. Years of painstaking observations have shown that many stars host Earth-like planets. There's a real chance of these exoplanets being home to some alien civilizations. 5 years ago, an interstellar visitor dubbed Oumuamua tumbled through our solar system. It was a skinny object about 400 meters long, and we know from its speed and trajectory that it arrived from outside our solar system. It was the first time we had ever seen an interstellar object enter our neighborhood. The idea of what Oumuamua is was thrown around between scientists, and most thought it was some sort of rock. We have no idea if the object was technology or not. Next up is the Galileo Project science? Is this science? The scientist who runs the project is convinced that it is. He argues the Galileo Project will bring scientific techniques and expertise to bear on one of the most important questions we can ask: are we alone? And the project will build purpose-designed equipment optimized for the detection of alien artifacts. Will it find anything? The odds are poor, as he admits. In essence, it's a fishing expedition. But if there is a prima facie case for the existence of alien technology, then science has a duty to investigate it. But suppose they do find some. Will we get to hear about it, or will it be locked up in some future Area 51? The project aims to show the public everything, so we're keeping our hopes up. USA declassification of UFO footage. For years now, we have known that the USA and Area 51 have been keeping things from the public. Many people have come out and said that they have video evidence of UFOs and alien travel. But all this hype was finally met when the US government and Area 51 finally released some of the footage people had been talking about. In the footage, we see what appears to be alien-like objects, and more specifically, what are usually called UFOs. But with the videos, the US government has said that they have no proof that this is real technology. They only have the footage to go off. This is disappointing, but shows the importance of something like the Galileo Project. Next up is extraterrestrial signals that we can't explain. The answer to weird signals happening in the universe is never aliens, until maybe it is. Earlier this year, researchers announced that they had captured a very mysterious beam of energy in the radio part of the electromagnetic spectrum at 980 megahertz, coming from the closest star to our own. Proxima Centauri, which is just 4.2 light years away, hosts one gas giant and one rock world 17% larger than Earth that happens to be in its star's habitable zone, meaning liquid water could exist there. This unexplained signal is really interesting. Something like the Galileo Project answer our questions? Next up is ocean world can't reach. Ocean worlds, which are classified as those having significant amounts of water on or just beneath their surfaces, are surprisingly common in the solar system. Earth is obviously such a place, but Jupiter's moon Europa is thought to host vast seas under its icy shell, and Saturn's moon Enceladus is known to have watery geysers spewing from its exterior. Momentum is in fact building in the astronomy community to send a probe that could land on either satellite sometime in the 2030s and check if any living things might lurk under their shells. Could our own technology allow us to find out what alien worlds are like? That's also something that the project is trying to release to the world. Next up is being watched is a possibility. As we hunt for beings beyond our planet, it's important to keep in mind that we might not be the only ones doing so. In October of 2020, researchers came up with a catalog of 1,004 nearby stars that would be in a good position to detect life on Earth. Earth. If observers were out there searching from planets orbiting these stars, they would be able to see signs of a biosphere in the atmosphere of our pale blue dot. Study lead author Lisa Katnegger, an associate producer of astronomy at Cornell and director of the university's Carl Sagan Institute, said in a statement, "If they are using some sort of technology to see what we are doing, Galileo, we could find out if they are doing this and how." Next up is, if there is other life technology, it is most likely dead. Where there's life, there's also death. While we like to imagine that our galaxy is teeming with technological beings capable of contacting us, the flip side is recognizing that all cultures rise and fall, meaning that plenty of cosmic societies likely bit the dust long ago. A model released in December 2020 put some numbers to these truths, considering such things as the prevalence of sun-like stars hosting Earth-like planets, the frequency of deadly radiation-blasting supernovas, the time necessary for intelligent life to evolve if conditions are right, and the possible tendency of tool-bearing beings to destroy themselves. The analysis found that the highest probability of life emerging in the Milky Way likely happened around 5.5 billion years ago. And finally, being open-minded. The human brain has plenty of constraints. We are misled by cognitive biases, optical illusions, and inattentional blindness to things we don't expect to see. One question that has always dogged research into alien creatures is whether or not we could recognize life that is so different from what we encounter here on Earth. Scholars have long urged us to expect the unexpected, trying not to let theory too heavily influence what we count as significant. Life on other planets might not leave the same biological signatures as terrestrial organisms, making them difficult to spot from our vantage point. And as Claire Webb, an anthropology and history of science student at the Massachusetts Technology, told Life Science in January 2020, we must train ourselves to make the familiar strange, looking at ourselves through an alien lens in an effort to constantly re-examine our own assumptions. That way, we might be able to better understand ourselves through the eyes of another, perhaps meet creatures on other worlds on their own terms rather than ours. And that's our video. It's amazing to think about finally being able to see alien technology. Something like the Galileo Project is aiming to make this sort of thing into a reality. In the near future, we could be seeing some alien tech, or at the very least, finding out if it exists or not. At the end of the day, nothing is certain, and we have no idea what could happen. This project is giving many people in the sphere so much hope that they are working with them and on other projects themselves. So many people are working in this field that it's just a matter of time until we find something. This project encompasses the entire idea of searching the unknown. These people are looking for something without any government interactions or changes. They are free to bring us, as the people of the world, something new and something we have been thinking about for years. Is there alien technology? And if so, what is it? This is a question we hope to be answered. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, comment down below what you thought, subscribe to our channel with notifications on so you can be notified when we upload new content. Thanks for watching.